Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to close out my budget for the month of January in EveryDollar. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. I hope y'all are having a super fantastic day. Um, I think I got everything in here. This version of EveryDollar is the free version. I don't have the pay for version. But when I got started with EveryDollar, because I went to Financial Peace University, I used to have the paid for version that connected up to my account and would pull all my transactions in. One of the things that you see me do in my budgets is that I will include like my health insurance and my identity theft. And the reason why I do that is because I think it was 2 fiscal years in a row where I was overcharged for something and they were crediting it back later in the year. So I started putting my budget so when things start to change and I'm looking at my check stub, I can track that kind of thing. But that would be the one thing that EveryDollar wouldn't be able to pull from my checking account if it was connected to my bank account. But yeah, I don't use the paid for version of EveryDollar, and I can't remember the exact year that I stopped. I want to say it was 2020 when it expired. I just let it expire. But let's get on in here, and I want to make sure I got all my gas transactions. So 16.59, and then Sunday I filled up. It was 25.24. All right, so let's drag and drop my income here. And so you'll see that I had budgeted 53. No, I budgeted 53.76. Get your words right. And but I received 53.09. So I'm going to change this plan to 53.09. There. And so I did receive the 300 from my sons. So my total income for the month of January is 56.09. And let's drop down to my transactions. And I think what gets me, so we're going to take care of this insurance and my son's savings and stuff down here. I think what gets me with the savings versus the debt payoff is that, like with the debt, especially when they stop charging interest, I could see so much progress, right? Every time I put some money, it was a consistent drop. Savings is not the same way. It's not a consistent increase because things are happening and I have to use the savings. So I think that is what is getting me. That's what's giving me the blues. So I did make a deposit. I'm checking my Amazon. I did make a deposit for my personal. I think I took $29 over there. So I'm gonna reconcile that. I don't remember the exact day. I remember doing it in my weekly check-in. Um, let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me stop being lazy. Yeah, I got 4 boxes of things I need to take to the Goodwill for my youngest son tomorrow. So I got just boxes everywhere. What week was that? Why aren't I just looking for personal? I'm gonna just put it for the 15th. Because I can't remember when I went to the bank, but I know I did. I had to pay myself back, especially when I order stuff online, which I typically do. I'm trying to make sure that's right. Did I do that right? No, I didn't do that right. Gotta do it as income to make it positive. So it'll wash itself out. And let's see. I did pay my PMI dues and they were 154, I believe. 154. That's the one thing I didn't put in here. Yeah. And yeah, I have still more classes I need to take. And so I gotta get on that. I have been taking classes. I haven't had just the opportunity to just sit at, and just study like I need to and take the classes. So that I'm gonna drag and drop my son's savings. Yeah, and that's another one that's automatic. I don't do anything, it just comes out. So my health insurance, you can see my health insurance went up by $1 from $13.42 to $14.42. And so my plan, I'm going to adjust that to $27.84. But it's been a wild week and I am exhausted. I took off so I could take care of some stuff. So I've just been ripping and running and packing. And so my identity theft, I spent $646. So I'm going to level this out to $646. And so at some point, you guys are going to start hearing an echo in my bedroom as I start taking down the curtains and stuff. I bought some, what you call it, putty the last time I went to Lowe's to fill the holes for the where I hung the draperies and stuff. So I got to go up there and do all of that. So my portion of my cell phone bill was $70.88. I always have to watch this because sometimes I end up paying the extra. That's my son's Apple Watch because I'll forget. He forgets. We forget. And oh, somebody asked me if the boys cook. They do cook. They do cook. My oldest actually cooked shrimp fettuccine alfredo today. It's actually good. So they do cook. Uh, he's a little disappointment. He said that he found out that Rihanna's cheating on him with ASAP Rocky. But I just told him, I said, look, you don't want kids. She wants kids. What you gonna do? So for my utilities, I paid $323. Yeah, and I work really hard to try to keep my utilities under control. I know we have another cold snap coming, so I do not look forward to it. We're finally just starting to warm up just a little bit because you guys know that my so here are my gas, 22.91, 16.59, and 25.24. So I actually spent $86.46. But yeah, I've been driving around trying to figure out like neighborhoods, checking them out, seeing if that zip code would work for me. But yeah, we work really hard to try to keep it so that the heat will cut off upstairs. And it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, you guys. So Geico, I did pay my 6 months is $603.66. That did go up a little bit, and that's because I've had to get the free tow. So whenever I use that, it goes up. I don't know why. It's right there. It says insurance, rent a car, and I'm still trying to find it. Okay, so drag and drop there. And so let's see what that's looking like. So it's $298.80 left in that one. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy, pretty happy. So I'm 91.86 over budget. So I'm going to go through every category just to make sure that I've adjusted my plan to spend to make sure that this over budget is accurate because it eats into my cushion when I go over. And so if you're curious where I track the cushion, I track it up here. So normally when there's extra left over from the budget, I just add it into the cushion. So this 327 allows me to float for those times when the utilities are higher than expected. But I build it up all year round to help cover that. And so this has been my second winter where this has happened. So I'm hoping to take care of that. The travel fund did not get $1,000, so I'm gonna fix the travel fund in the moving fund because that's not accurate. That'll throw off the balance that I have rolling forward. So is this January? Yeah. So travel fund got 1,100. I thought I got less. I should have. And the moving fund got 1,200. But yeah, that's what I've been finding is that because it savings doesn't just automatically build up. What did I do? I just screwed this up. I'm looking at the total balance. Ding dong, 900 and 200 went to the travel. Get it right. Wake up, Tracy. Wake up. But yeah, I've been trying to outweight my my neighbors before I recorded this video because all of a sudden I just heard all this banging around and I was like, what in the heck is going on? And I'm sure it was the kids playing. I'm sure it's just them goofing off, just being kids. So Christmas and gifts got 160 and subscriptions got 40. And I'm just making sure these balances match what's in my book. So that way I don't have to come back and find this. Clothing is $34.95. And I'm looking at what's remaining. And I did add $10. My cushion, nothing because I still got an overage up there. Medical got 40. And I do save in my account and I save through my FSA. Because yeah, y'all know, like, was it last year I had to do all that dental work and get my implant and all that stuff. So I still haven't found that toothbrush that they want me to use. I thought I had found it at Kroger this past Sunday. So the renters and car insurance looks good. YouTube savings is not going to be right. My car maintenance, and I don't want to put the income in here because I'm trying to separate that. Eventually I'm going to have to go in there and delete that one out. So car maintenance is down at 0, which is right. My household is up to $54.66, and that's what I'm going to use when I go to Sam's. I'm moving. I got $12.60, so I got to log the transaction, $40 from when I went to Lowe's. But yeah, I got some little putty and I got the boxes and stuff that I need. But yeah, I was a little bit like, my youngest son had packed up stuff for Sam's. I was like, could you not use the old boxes? But whatever. I'm going to do that drop off tomorrow. I'm going to do that on my lunch break. So travel is at 1,100. See, that's what I was trying to put in as what the budget was for, and I was just messing up the thing. In electronics, I actually put $200 in electronics. Because yeah, my phone is not gonna last. So I'm 101 over budget. So now that I got the sinking funds right, let's go down through the housing. So that is right. MLGW, my cell phone, internet, and then my rent. I know next month my internet is going up. Gas is $86.46, groceries $600, restaurants $40. And so this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna be charged for iCloud for $2.99. Household item and repairs was $60, laundry $55, personal, the boys, my PMI dues. And I'm hoping that once I put in money for my subscriptions, I'll have that next year and I don't have to make it a part of my budget. Because I've been saving for it all year. So health insurance $27.84, my identity theft $646. Okay, so I'm 101.86 over budget. So what we're gonna do is we are going to, all right, we're gonna mess with the cushion. So 101.86. I'm gonna add an income line because technically it's already come out. And let's say from the cushion, 101.86, and see how that zeroes it out. 101.86, and then we're going to track that as income, which technically is coming from the savings. And so now to make sure that I adjust this accordingly so that it goes down by $101. 101.86. And so that's the cushion. And I'm going to put in the utility. All right, if I can get to the end. Cooking wasn't going to do it. Utility. Overrun. So that way I can remember what happened. But yeah, so I'm going to track that. And so that drops it down to 225.41. So yeah, now that I got it all done, but yeah, I had to wait until it got dark so the short people could be asleep because it was like a whole mess. And then I don't know how much of the room I'm going to pack up. So you guys may start hearing an echo at some point as I try to get a lot of things removed out of here, especially like taking down the curtains and pictures and all that stuff like that. So the sound is going to bounce a little bit. But it won't be immediate because I have a long way to go. And I'm still packing up like sheets and comforters and stuff like that, making sure all that stuff is washed and, like, so when it goes into the box, I don't want it to be unused, smelling like, how old, stale sheets, I rewash them and then I'm gonna stick them in there so that way whatever you use on your bed, it smells fresh, not like it's just been sitting around because I'm doing that now and packing up the kitchen as much as the kitchen because there's a lot of stuff that we have in there that we don't use, but I also don't have a lot of space, and this kind of helps give me some kind of space down there because we haven't had any counter space. So my dining room looks like who did it, what for, and why. So I got to take care of that. And then the living room has a lot of my work stuff in it. So I've got that already packed up. I just need to put labels on all of that so I know what's work versus what's home and it can stay boxed up. I got some work stuff up here, but I need to make sure that what I have upstairs is what I use mainly. So I'm working on that. So I'm just going to give y'all a warning. If it gets very, very echoey, that's what it is. I'm taking the stuff down and trying to go ahead and patch up the holes where I drilled holes in the walls to hang the curtains and everything. And I'm going to be working on that kind of stuff. So yes, a lot, which is it's not bad. It's just time consuming, and then lots of goodwill runs in the meantime and in between time. So yeah, if the boys want to cook, they are free to cook. But yeah, my oldest he does cook like at least about once. Maybe once a week. If it's not him, it's the youngest one. Maybe once or twice. Now they do cook for themselves, so that's a whole thing. I never knew he had a crush on Rihanna until he told me today that she cheated on him. So, so I'm just like, well, all right, it's a good side. But anyway, he's a hoot, and he did cook today. So yeah, that is. So hopefully that answers your questions about like the boys and what they do around the house. As far as cleaning, a lot of the common areas are areas that I clean, and like their bathroom, they clean the upstairs and downstairs bathroom. I go behind them, and one of the things I think like to understand is like they clean, right? But it's not the way I would do it. So sometimes I go behind them. I don't do it often, but I will go back and check and make sure the mirrors got wiped down and stuff like that. So you'll hear me say, oh, I'm going to clean the bathrooms, but really I'm cleaning my own bathroom. And then I'm just checking and making sure the ones downstairs, the towels are out, things is right. Toilet tissue is on the toilet thing because they tend not to in their bathroom put the toilet tissue on the roll. It's like, why? But I don't go in there that often. So when I do see it, it's like, this is so weird. But They do clean that, and we're rarely downstairs, especially now since it's so cold. You can't sit down there. Really, right now, downstairs is unusable. And so we're rarely down there unless you're cooking. And then you cook, you fix your stuff, and you come up here because it's like it is cold, cold down there. But when it was the summertime, we still rarely used it because they work nights. I work in the daytime, and on Sundays we would probably all get together, and normally we're watching some kind of anime together, and we're eating and talking and cracking jokes and stuff like that. So that'll probably be like the only time, but we don't really make a mess down there. So I do just clean all that, and it's real quick. Normally it's just dusting and any mail that I threw on the coffee table, throwing it in the trash, that kind of stuff. I don't really, since they're not small, I don't have like big messes around here anymore. So yay. But yeah, that's a little background into how the house works with the boys. They are productive, they do work, they do their share around the house, and I'm starting to learn, um, if they want to cook something, to step out of the way in the grocery shopping. So, and what I mean by that is normally if like they won't tell me until we're in the store, right? And they're looking for certain things. And so I'll tell them where things are. And if it's like a household item because they're cooking for everybody, I'll pay for it. So now they get to the point where they just want to know where the aisle is and they don't want me to say anything. And then they pay for it. And so I'm learning to just let them. Let them. But y'all have a super fantastic Tuesday. And I'm so glad I can close out my budget, but you see how high my utilities are with the issues that we got here. I'm still checking out property management companies, still checking out neighborhoods, talking to people over the phone, seeing if they're how forthcoming they are. You know how that hard sale. I'd rather somebody be honest with me as far as like how they handle maintenance and stuff like that. So if I appear to be tired, that's what it is. It's a little bit draining talking to different people and trying to make sure that they're giving me accurate answers and looking at the Yelp reviews. So I'm doing a lot of research I should have done before I moved here. But I will talk to you guys again on Thursday, and we're going to be going over my February goals in my Cultivate What Matters planner. And that's a planner I didn't get in a store. I actually got it online from Cultivate What Matters. I got the 2022 Power Sheets. But I will talk to y'all then. If you haven't had a chance to like the video, please do. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, come on. We're family. I know, I'm a little goofy and I giggle a lot, but we're good. And, we're all seeking this thing called financial freedom. Come and join me. And I will talk to y'all again later on Thursday. Bye.